Welcome to Homebrew Magic, a video series about EDH where we do our best to build unique, fun, or just plain silly deck lists to play against each other, followed by a breakdown of how they did so we can all learn and get better at this game that we love.
Hello and welcome to another VDH episode from the Homebrew Magic podcast crew. Finally, someone other than Chris has won the roll-off. Schnell, it was you this evening.
We did it. Nelson's going last.
You'll be going first. I'm going last. Who are you playing tonight?
I brought back Mr. Orfeo.
Say my name, say my name.
Same name tribal. Let's see how many of the same names I can actually get out this game. Steve, you okay?
Yep.
Okay. Then we will, with no further ado, lead off with an Undergrowth Stadium. Comes into play tapped unless I control two or more opponents. I do control two or more opponents. I'm in your bitches' heads. Pass to Teach.
Living rent free upstairs.
What up, hi, man? It's your boy Teach. Woo! Tonight I'm coming in with another brand new deck.
Ooh.
Another tribute deck.
What?
One of my three best friends.
Super proud of you.
Tonight my commander is Galazeth Prismari.
Ooh. You treating
For
yourself?
Flying. When Prismari enters the battlefield, I create a treasure token, and artifacts I control have tap, add 1 mana of any color, spend this mana only to cast
Is
an
that
instant
all
or
I am to
sorcery
you
spell.
people?
This is the Schnell deck.
This is a tribute to my good friend Schnell. And
This
that's
last game I played an artifact deck.
all I am going to say about this deck.
50 fucking
Because
times.
the Schnellness will become very evident very quickly.
Lots of artifacts, and then just, why the
Draw.
fuck are you playing that card?
I will start with Evolving Wilds.
That's a very Schnell card.
I love it.
I will pass to Chris and activate Evolving Wilds.
Right, I heavily retooled
Foiled, too. I'm so happy.
Minn Wily Illusionist.
Mountain.
This is my mono blue deck from my
Illusion
cycle
Tribal.
of monocolored decks. This is Illusion Tribal.
Use your illusion.
It is one of my favorite decks that I have.
Aw.
I will draw for the turn.
Whereas I'm just playing one of the
I
decks
do really
that I
like
have.
this deck.
I will play an island, and I will pass turn.
Cool. Hi, I'm Nelson, and I'm going last with class. I'm bringing back Rayami tonight, so
Glad you
basically
appreciate that.
all I want to do is kill a bunch of creatures when Rayami is on the board so I can put blood counters on them and make Rayami nuts. We've all seen what this deck can do. We've also
Make
seen this
ramen
deck
nut?
do nothing. Make Rayami
ramen
nuts.
Got it.
Make ramen nuts. Alright, so without further ado,
You want to get nuts?
I will draw for turn, I will play
get
this
nuts.
forest, and I will pass the turn to my friend Schnell.
Okay.
That's how you get nuts.
Keep drawer. Mountain will be my land for the
Doesn't he
turn.
say that in the Flash? He does say that in the Flash, doesn't he? I haven't watched that movie yet.
I have not seen that one.
No, I think it was in a preview, so I don't feel bad.
Primal Rage, an enchantment. Creatures I control have trample. Let's see if it comes up later. Go ahead, Teach.
Well, one tap. I will draw. Land for turn will be Terminal Moraine. And I will tap out for a
Whole lot of terminal
Talisman
moraines going on.
of Creativity.
Oh, 40k ones.
Pass turn. 40k one. My lovely wife chooses the artwork for my decks, and she chose that one over something else.
End of your turn, I'm going to cast Opt. I will scry 1, and then draw a
The
card.
symbol is niche.
Draw for the turn. I will
I should paint my Chaos Demons.
play a second island. I will cast Krovikan Mist. It is a star flyer with power and toughness each equal to the number of illusions in play. It is currently a 1/1. Pass to Nelson.
Cool. Untap, upkeep, draw for turn. I am going to play a command tower as my land for turn. I'm going to pay 2, and I'm going to cast Sylvan Caryatid. So it's a 0/3 defender and hexproof. Taps for 1 mana of any color. Go Schnell.
Okay. Early phases into forest for the main. Black, and then 2 Nazgul. Death Touch. When it enters the battlefield, the ring tempts me, and I'm actually gonna use the punch cardy thingy.
Don't rip it. It's
No,
gonna lose its value.
I have like 27 of these fucking things.
I got 26.
Okay. Okay. Enters the battlefield, the ring tempts me. Whenever the ring tempts me, put a +1/+1 counter on each wraith I control. My ring bearer is legendary and can't be blocked by creatures with a greater power. Go ahead, Teach.
One tap. I'll draw.
So now he has a 2/3 Death Touch, can't be blocked by.
Yo, mom.
Yo, mama. She's got a greater power.
Tap those for a Runaway Steamkin.
Run
Whenever I
away,
cast a
run
red
away.
spell, if Runaway Steamkin has fewer than 3 +1/+1 counters on it, put a +1/+1 counter on it, and I can remove 3 counters to add 3 red. Last turn.
So where did you get these sleeves? I do actually like those.
These are fairly new from Dragon Shield.
Ah.
I got them from Frostrat.
I'll go ahead and
In Green
Trot
Bay,
Minn out there.
Wisconsin. What does Minn do?
Minn Wily Illusionist is a 1/3 gnome wizard. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a 1/1 blue illusion creature token. With this creature gets +1/+0 for each other illusion you control. Whenever an illusion you control dies, you may put a permanent card with mana value less than or equal to that creature's power from your hand onto the battlefield. I will pass to Nelson.
Alright, I will untap, upkeep, and excuse me, draw for turn. I'm going to play this Mana Confluence. I'm going to tap my Forest in my command tower, and I'm going to cast Rampant Growth. I'm going to search my library for a basic island.
He's growing.
And then I will...
He's rampant. Get him.
I'm going to tap my Mana Confluence for green, and my Sylvan Caryatid also for green, and I will cast Evolutionary Leap. And then I'm going to go get that island. and
He's
pass my
doing that thing again.
Yep. Untap, upkeep, drawer. Oh. Land for the turn will be Castle Lachwain, entering tapped because I don't actually control a swamp. Then, black and 2 for a Nazgul. A different art Nazgul. That's right. Enters the battlefield, the ring tempts me. So now, whenever my ring bearer attacks, I draw a card and then discard a card. And then, whenever the ring tempts me, I put a +1/+1 counter on each Nazgul I control. Because that's pretty Nazgul.
God, that was slick.
You didn't.
Chris, go into combat. I am send. How big is your
My illusion is a 1/1.
1/1? Okay, I'm gonna send a 3/4 trample death touch at you. When I attack trigger, I draw and then discard a card.
That's gross. I guess I'm going to 37.
Pitching a forest, keeping the better thing. Then second main, we got nothing. Pass the Teach.
Untap. Draw.
Oh, you get
Land for
17
turn
tucks.
is a mountain.
Teach knows me. I like mountains.
I do.
I do. I know you so fucking well.
I'm going to cast Burgi, God of Storytelling.
It's a good one.
Whenever I cast a spell, I add 1 red mana. Until end of turn, I don't lose that mana as steps and phases end.
Please tell me you run all 8 of the boast cards.
All 8 boast cards. This is a boast tribal deck.
Hidden Commander Boast deck.
Runaway Steamkin gets a +1/+1 counter.
Deck name Boastus with the mostest.
Nelson, you are wide open over there.
Gaping even.
Gaping even.
Someday we're gonna have to get a fucking thesaurus
2 of you.
and find other
37.
pornographic terms.
No! Why? Go. Listen,
No,
I use
Go.
the phrase "gaping even" at work. Okay,
That's how innocuous it is.
we don't need a thesaurus.
I'm going
We
to pass
found the best word already.
Frantic Search.
Work approved.
Draw 2, then choose and discard 2. Untap up to 3 lands.
I love
Draw
Frantic
2?
Search.
Me too.
I will discard Artistic Refusal.
Your what hurts?
Artistic Refusal
What's a new card?
and
He
a
doesn't want you to touch him.
Lowly Sandbar.
Oh, it's pretty lonely out there in your graveyard.
Untap 3 lands.
Harvey Weinstein.
Triggers Minn. Get an illusion. Second, still in my first main. Land for the turn. I forgot.
Second half of the first main.
Second steal in the first.
Soul Ring. Then I
You
will
broad or you solar?
pass the turn.
Cool. I will untap. Upkeep, draw.
Also, after a few games of actually tracking how long we take on average per player, then we can start betting before the game starts to see who's going to take the longest.
Tapping for 2 blue and 2 black, and I will be casting
That's a terrible
Night
thing.
Veil
So I'm
Predator.
gonna be like, I'm gonna bet on myself all the time.
3/3 flying.
Just wait
death
5
touch.
minutes before I play a land and say go.
Hexproof.
There.
I will.
Feels
Pass
like
We
the
need,
turn.
we need to bet on who's gonna take the shortest amount of time. Wait, then there's Nelson.
Untap, upkeep, drawer. Land for the turn will be Osceto di Salti. It's Grove of the Burnwells in a different language.
Chanel had wine in my mouth.
I'm sorry. Who's wine?
And why do you like him more
Tapping the
than me?
Burnwells for colorless. Not gonna use that.
That's not- He gets me drunk.
Mr. Orfeo, the boulder. Boulder is ready. Going to combat. Nelson has a death toucher and a flyer. Deej, you're at 40.
Yep.
I will attack you with. So he's a 3/2. He will become a 6. I'm sorry. He is a 3/4. He becomes a 6/4 death touch trampler.
I will take 6.
When he attacks, I draw and discard.
34.
And then second main do nothing? Second main do nothing. Go ahead.
Untap. Draw.
You couldn't have blocked with anything power 7 or greater, by the way.
I couldn't have blocked. Period.
You could have sacrificed Burgie to the grave.
I am going
Not
to spend 4
That's
mana
2 puns.
plus 1 life. I'm going to cast Mind Commander. Galazeth Prismari. I get a treasure token.
I forgot that.
I can tap for
Mana
any
Confluence.
color, but I can only cast that mana to cast an instant or sorcery. I get a counter on Runaway Steamkin because I cast a red spell. And I have 1 red mana, but I can't do anything with it. I'm simply going to pass the turn.
At the end of your turn, I'm going to pay 5 mana. I'm going to cast Silver Scrutiny. I may cast it as though it had flash. If X is 3 or less, it is exactly 3. I draw X cards. So I'll draw 3 cards on your turn. Triggering Minn, I get another illusion. I will use my illusion.
Slow down, Axel.
Okay.
I don't get it.
Untap.
Use your illusion. 1 and 2 are Guns N'
Draw for
Roses
the turn.
albums.
I gotta finish Reddit. Finish
Go on.
I was gonna say finish
I-
Reddit. That's gonna take you a long time.
I'm getting there. But anyway, no, I have to finish listening to that Metallica album done in Mario sound effects.
It's so good. And Justice for All. And,
Again,
and Mario.
I got like
so good.
4 songs in before I went, shit, this is the whole album.
I will
Yep.
play a land for the turn.
The best part is they did that with And Justice for All. So good.
Then I will pay 5 mana. I will cast one of the new parts to the deck.
Ooh.
Teferi Temporal Pilgrim. He enters with 4 loyalty. Whenever you draw a card, you may put a loyalty counter on him. His 0 is draw a card. His -2 makes a 2/2 blue spirit creature token with vigilance. And whenever you draw a card, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. And his -12 is target opponent chooses a permanent they control and returns it to its owner's hand. Then they shuffle each non-land permanent they control into its owner's library.
Gross.
When you resolve that, you're gonna have to read that again and then explain it to me.
Exactly. I will 0 him to draw a card. When I draw a card, he gets a loyalty counter. That's my second
Just
card
another
from the
broken
turn.
ass Teferi card.
Yeah, shocked.
And another illusion. I played a land for the turn. I am now going to pass to Nelson.
Alright. I will untap. Upkeep and draw for the turn.
You look like you should have the Italian magic card printing with your,
Yeah,
with your
you
wine.
You do what with the
Too
wine?
bad I can't read pasta.
Same.
God. Do you have any flyers, Chris?
Yes. Krovikin Mist is currently a 4/4 flyer.
Tortellini.
Fuck.
Nailed it. Fucking nailed it. Alright. I'm going to...
Wow.
Okay.
I mean, I can't judge you. I stand in the fucking pasta aisle going, bruschetta. Bertolli.
I know it's 2023, but of all the races to make fun of.
I know. The Italians.
Wait, they have the mafia.
Yeah.
Hold on. Cut that. Cut that.
I don't like any of my attacks here. I'm just gonna pass the turn for now.
Okay. What's that? Upkeep. Rawr. We will play yet another Nazgul. Enters the battlefield. The ring tempts me. We're up to level 3. When my ring bearer becomes blocked by a creature, that creature's controller sacrifices it at the end of combat. So he gets a counter. He gets a counter. He gets a counter. Nextly, we should go to combat. We are going to send my ring bearer Nazgul at Teferi. Trigger. So, his power will become doubled. He is an 8/5 Death Touch Trampler.
8/5.
And I draw and discard a card. We're going to discard the Palantir of Orthanc because sadly, I like the other cards in my hand just a hair better. Just a little black curly hair better.
8/5, you say?
8/5 Death Touch Trample. Nazgul.
Without Mr. Orfeo, he is a 4/5 Death
Yes.
Touch Trample.
Yep. Can't be blocked by anything power 9 or greater.
I'll pay 2 mana. I will cast Reality Shift, targeting the Nazgul.
Okay. What does that do?
Exile target creature.
Manifest them.
Its controller manifests the top card of his or her library.
Exile. Manifested.
I thought I had a manifest token. I do not. Manifest your own shit, apparently.
Manifest your own bullshit. Okay, well, we're going second main. Play a Haywire Might. Do I want to be really spiteful and just pop your fucking soul ring? Do it. I mean, I don't think you need it at this point. It'd be funnier to pop Teach's artifacts. Because he's low on artifacts.
I have 2 artifacts.
We will pass. We'll pass to Tej without...
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. We are getting dangerously close. Nothing. I am going to... do that. No. Let's do this. I'm going to sacrifice my treasure for blue mana. I'm going to tap Talisman of Creativity for blue mana. I'm at 32. Then with my remaining 3 mana, I'm going to cast Jin Gataxius. 5/5 Ward 2. Whenever I cast a non-creature spell with mana value 3 or greater, I draw a card. I can pay 3 and a blue to exile Jin Gataxius and return to the battlefield transformed. But I can only do that as a sorcery and only if I have 7 or more cards in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which I do not. I did not cast a red spell, but I did cast a spell. I get 1 red mana, which I can do nothing with.
What's his backside say?
His backside says,
If you can read this, you're too close.
poop comes out. Wow. Jin Gataxi's backside is the Great Synthesis. Chapter 1, draw cards equal to the number of cards in my hand. I have no maximum hand size for as long as I control the Great Synthesis. Chapter 2, return all non-Phyrexian creatures to their owner's hands. And Chapter 3, I may cast any number of spells from my hand without paying their mana costs. Exile the Great Synthesis, then return it to the battlefield.
I want my Reality Shift back.
I mean, I'm glad you burned your fucking removal on my stupid shit.
But I need my stupid shit.
That is all I'm doing. Pass turn.
May I read this front
Absolutely.
side? I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
Finger fucking card here for a moment.
Ward 2. You love
Non-creature
Ward.
spell with- yeah, I do.
Mr. Tarask.
Third grader. Only a couple times.
Ward 10.
I mean,
I'm just
it's
gonna
no Ward 10.
fucking put it on a t-shirt.
Untap.
Ward 10.
Draw for my turn.
Do you have a Tarask player in your pod?
Costs
Wait,
like
where
10
the-
mana.
Show me where the grass touched you.
War Room is
all
my
up inside.
land for the turn.
Where the poop comes out, he went in.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I was gonna say. Where the poop comes up.
Cast one spell. Mana value 3 or greater. Draw a card. Okay.
It's
Is it
not doing anything to you at all.
I
Is it
totally
still
know.
a
Leave him alone.
colonoscopy if he doesn't give me the results?
I'm going to 0 to fairy to draw a
I'm
card.
getting colonoscopy. And I get an erection.
And illusion.
Can my doctor be arrested?
Depends on where his hands are.
In my ass.
That's a prostate exam, not a colonoscopy.
Not at all colonoscopy.
You've been lied to this whole fucking time. Yeah, we just root around with our bare hands. No,
We just find the cancer.
there's a device.
We just look for polyps with our fingers.
Dr. Jellyfingers has treated me very well in my life.
I'm going to cast Machine God's Effigy. It's going to enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield.
That's a good one.
Jin Gataxius.
It
Doesn't target.
Fine.
Except it's an artifact and it has tap to add a blue mana.
Ooh, I forgot that card exists and I have one.
I was gonna say I bought like
Machine
3
God's
of
Effigy's
those,
really cool.
expecting them to like shoot up in price. I don't think I put any of them in any decks anywhere.
It's a card that reads real well, but I couldn't think of an immediate use for it, and then I forgot about it.
Yeah, same boat,
With that, I will
same colonoscopy.
fly. I will
St. Jellyfingers.
I will pass to Nelson.
I heard he doesn't wash
Alright.
his hands. He just puts more jelly on
Untap,
it.
upkeep, draw for turn.
What are you doing in my exam room?
Ugh, I don't like where this is going.
His fingers have a circumference like this. Like
I'm
my
gonna pay
ankles.
2 green. I'm gonna lose 1 to the Mana Confluence, and I'm gonna cast Nylea's Intervention for X is 3. So I'm gonna find 3 land cards, put them into my hand, and then shuffle my library.
Shuffle that library.
I am going to find
Oh yeah.
Bark Channel, Pathway, Zagoth Triome, and let's go with Morphing Pool.
Those are good lands.
Then I need to shuffle my library. Let me see if I have to discard the hand size or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I will. I'm just gonna discard. I'm gonna discard Savage Summoning, and I will pass the turn to you, Schnell.
Okay. Untap, upkeep, drawer. Land for the turn. We will cast Lifecrafter's Bestiary. At the beginning of my upkeep, I scry 1 if I remember, and then whenever I cast a creature spell, I may pay a green. If I do, draw a card. So 2 things for me to not remember. We're gonna go to combat. Chris, we are sending.
Sit down!
Sit your ass down. So he is a 3. He will go to a 6/4. Death Touch. Trampler. No other effects.
Teferi again.
At Teferi.
6/4.
6/4.
What is this raging hate on you have for Teferi?
I just wanted to hit Teferi in the mouth, and
Yeah, that's good
then
work.
you exiled one of my Nazgul, so I only have 8 left in the deck.
6/4, you say?
6/4.
These guys, I could kill it with my mist. I could block it with an illusion. Do I have anything good to throw into play?
Yeah, I'm trying to help you. Help me help you.
On your turn. What with all the attacks and whatnot. I'm going to cast Brainstorm
Okay.
to draw 3. put 2 from my hand back on top in any order. These 2 on top. I get another illusion. Fairy gains 3 more counters.
Again, I didn't expect to be able to kill him.
And you're attacking him for 6.
I'm attacking for 6.
I'm 3.
Okay. Death touch. He dies. He's also dying.
Yep. I'm good.
Okay. Rosé in the wrong pipe.
It is not a rosé.
There's a quick
It is
recovery.
a whiskey barrel aged for 60 days red blend from 2019.
Real straight.
The year before everything went to shit.
Pass to Tej.
On tap.
Thank you.
Land for turn is a Shire Terrace.
Ooh.
It's a good one.
I bought like 8 of them.
I think I pulled 3 or 4 and went, this is a great card. It's gone into no decks.
I pulled 1. I have 9 total that I own. 4, 5.
But they were all of them deceived. Another Shire Task was pulled.
I'm going to.
I can see where you spit on your own cards.
Where? Shut up. No,
So
I didn't.
There's some drops and
Oh
there's
yeah.
some drops.
Oh yeah. All right. Sorry, Bergie. She
I'm
likes
sorry,
it.
Berg.
She likes that, yeah.
And then
She's into that kind of shit.
Where?
droplet.
Oh. What the fuck's wrong with me?
Grab me a what's it called?
A portal.
I
Or
can't
the
generate
Yeah, copper.
enough for you. So
Copperhead Road. Isn't that like some shitty song?
What? I don't know.
I don't know.
There's lots of shitty songs.
That's true.
among shitty songs, that's not one of them. That song's okay.
I didn't say it was. I just said there are a lot
Kenny
of shitty
Wayne
songs.
something or other.
Oh, that's a Kenny Wayne Shepherd song?
Yes, thank you.
Oh,
I don't think it is.
I don't
Copperhead
think
Road?
that's. I don't think that's Kenny Wayne Shepherd, is it?
No.
That's some shitty country.
He might have covered it.
thing, right? Did he cover it?
He may have.
Yeah.
Oh, well then I didn't realize it was a cover.
Yes.
The only version I know is Kenny Wayne Shepherd.
Really? I didn't even know he did it. That's awesome.
If
I do like Kenny Wayne Shepherd. Fucker can play.
I do this, that's not. No, actually,
Fucker,
it
please.
would help. It would help. It would help a little. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cast Satyr Fire Dancer.
Nice. It's getting hot up in here.
1/1 enchantment Satyr. Whenever an instant or sorcery spell I control deals damage to an opponent, Satyr Fire Dancer deals that much damage to target creature that player controls.
Uh-oh.
If it ain't
cast
running
a
game.
spell. Bergie gives me 1 red mana. I cast a red spell. I get another counter on Runaway Steamkin. I am going to remove 3 counters from Runaway Steamkin for 3 red mana. I'm going to spend 2 of it to activate Terminal Moraine. I'm going to spend 1 of it to activate Shire Terrace. And I am simply going to search my library for basic lands, put them on the battlefield, tapped, and pass turn to Chris.
Wait. Untap. Draw. Fairy goes up to 4.
In response
2.
to the draw
Okay.
trigger, I'm going to exile
My machine god's
your
effigy
Machine God's effigy. Does it have ward 2? Because I'm paying ward 2.
does have ward 2.
Okay.
I tutored up 2 islands.
Dude.
Who earns?
Because you draw
It's
any
exiled,
more.
right?
Yes, exile target
Oh.
non-creature
I realized that was
artifact or non-creature enchantment.
Okay. That was.
Haywire Might's so good.
It is, and this is ridiculous in your deck as this.
It truly is.
Did you ward 2?
I did.
Okay.
I warded also too.
Castle Vantress will be my land for the turn.
Got him. Made him,
That's a
made
good
him
one.
look like a dumb bitch.
Like a bitch.
Now he's gonna say to Wayfind me right in the mouth.
No.
6. I will cast Gadwick the Wizened.
I am the only one who needs Agent Gataxias, so you did me a favor.
Nah, that's fair.
When he enters the battlefield, I draw X cards. X is
I'm gonna hit
3.
Nelson in his bitch mouth, because what do you do about Agent Gataxias? Nothing?
Fairy's up to 7.
I didn't.
Fuck you, Nelson.
Again,
Whoa.
I have.
That was
very
aggressive.
aggressive. I had to ferry down to 3. He's up to 7 again. It's been a turn and a half.
Because he's a fucking bitch.
Wow.
The fairy is a bitch.
Another illusion. I don't think we're gonna use the dog illusion anytime soon.
You thought wrong.
Straighten it out. We'll do it on
Like
camera
bitch
so no one knows
illusion.
I'm cheating. I mean, everyone knows that I'm not cheating. Is what I meant to say.
So nobody knows that I'm cheating. I said out loud for some reason.
No. Reverse that. So everyone knows I'm not cheating.
Schnell, do you have any flyers?
I don't.
We'll move to combat. We'll attack you for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the air.
Okay.
Then I will. That's
Down to 35. Nelson, you are up.
Alright, untap. I totally forgot to actually play a land last turn after I
Oh my god.
looked for them.
I was gonna say, you are not doing a whole hell of a lot this game.
Mood of a Magic player I am.
Teach is building board state, you are just aggressively passing, and then Chris and I are
Morphic
just
pool.
going to fucking town.
Morphic Pool is my land for the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana available.
Your turn time has really improved this game, though.
Yeah, that's true, because I'm, like Chanel said, just aggressively passing.
Mm-hmm. My turn time is lengthy because Chris keeps responding to shit on my turn. Every time I attack, it takes 10 minutes.
Only because you're attacking me.
Yep, I'll still do it. Repeatedly.
I'm going to pay 4, and I'm going to cast my commander.
Shit, now we all lose.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to pay 1 and activate Evolutionary Leap. I'm going to sacrifice Night Veil Predator with a blood counter on it. So Rayami now has Flying, Death Touch, and Hexproof. And then I will reveal cards from the top of my library until I reveal a creature card. Sword of Sinew and Steel, Soul Ring, Uvenwald, Tracker. Put that card into my hand and the rest on the bottom of my library in a random order.
Oh, he can't stack his deck.
Yep. Amateur over here. Also,
It has indestructible and hexproof.
Huh? No, it has Flying, Death Touch, and Hexproof.
Oh,
And lifelink?
my question is,
Yeah.
if this costs 1 green, only puts it in your hand, and you wouldn't be able to cast whatever it is anyway, why did you just do this, like, main phase now and not just wait until, like, it was relevant to...
That's a good question. I don't know. Because I was finally able to do something.
Okay, so it's literally
So he
just
shot his load.
got excited,
Yep.
did it right away.
Yep.
look at that!
Pay a green.
Nelson, that's the same problem I have. So
Pay a
you're not
green, and
alone.
then
I do the same
Cast the
thing.
Ulvenwald Tracker I just put into my hand. So I at least did it. I got another creature that I wouldn't have had otherwise. But I get the point.
But you would have had this up as a blocker potentially.
Sure, and then
up
sacrificed
until,
it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, I will then pass my turn. Go ahead, Shell.
Okay. Untap. During my upkeep, I'm going to scry 1. Scroll that away.
Scrolled it right to the bottom.
Draw it for the turn. Nim Deathmantle.
It's a card.
Sure tis.
Equip target creature going Chris's way.
I mean, he keeps messing with my board and not letting me attack one Planeswalker who's up to 7 again. So I will move to equip Nim Deathmantle onto a Nazgul. And yeah, we will go to combat. So it is a 3, 4, 5, 6, Death Touch, Intimidate. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a 10-6 Death Touch, Trample, Intimidate coming at Teferi.
Intimidate?
Intimidate. Can't be blocked except by artifact creatures and/or creatures that share a color with it. It's black.
Don't think I can do anything about that.
At least
Don't
you have.
think. God, that death mantle's real bad.
That's
for
it.
you.
That's the end of my sentence.
Yeah, I was waiting like...
Yeah, you got him. You're dead.
That's... Okay. Now I can focus on the other players. Later. Teach, go ahead.
Name one other player.
Like Jason?
Oh, I'm real stupid.
Jason Statham? He's a Magic player.
He's also on the Crank.
And
somehow-
I was gonna say I saw that movie and, it
somehow,
didn't suck.
I liked Crank.
I liked
don't
Crank.
know how they made Crank 2 because I'm fairly certain he dies at the end,
dies in
as I
Crank.
recall it.
Crank was a lot of. It's just
Yeah.
a fun,
Yeah.
fucking stupid.
Like that
fun
one
movie.
and Clive Owen's Shoot 'em Up.
Oh, Shoot 'em Up's great. Yeah.
I'm going to cast Cloud Key.
Ooh.
In that same vein, Guns Akimbo was pretty good.
Whenever I
Guns
cast a
Akimbo,
spell, I add 1 red mana. Whenever I cast a non-creature spell with mana value 3 or greater, I draw a card.
I need to go back and watch Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels and
Yes.
Snatch.
Cloud Key resolves. I
Periwinkle
assume.
Blue.
Careful where you try to stream that one though.
That's true. You can't just type Snatch on the internet. Stream
I-
Snatch.
Googling, I want to look at Snatch.
Show me Brad Pitt in Snatch. Brad Pitt deep in Snatch.
I'm going to
Periwinkle Blue.
choose Sorcery. Sorcery spells.
You like dags?
I cast. Cost
like
1
dags?
Oh,
to
you mean
cast.
dogs.
What? What did he say? Like dags?
Here we go, friends. It's time. Sorcery spells I cast. Cost 1 less to cast. 1. Because of Galazeth Prismari, I
I've
can
never
tap
seen
Cloud
any of
Key
those
for
films.
red.
Me neither. No, I've seen the
2.
first one. I've seen the first one.
Dragon's Pro!
Holy shit!
Did you know?
No.
Nope.
Oh.
How could we have known?
When it snows.
I cast Dragon's Approach. I get a counter on Runway Steamkin. I get 1 red on Bergie.
We each take 3.
I draw a card.
La la la.
You each take 3.
Jig attacks his Dragon's Approach is real good. Cast Dragon's Approach, draw another Dragon's Approach.
That's right, friends.
Nice.
I'm going to remove 1.
And with Steamkin and Bergie, you can chain a
That.
bunch of
Loop, Scoot, and Boogie.
Dragon's Approach.
Nice.
Hold on. Cast triggers, those are all cast triggers.
These are all cast triggers. So they're going to happen regardless. So I'm just going to do it. Draw a card.
31.
29.
Chris is leading life.
1, 2. Dragon's Approach.
Pew, pew, pew.
Cast.
26.
Cast.
26.
Draw a card. Then,
Thank God you used up all your removal on me, huh? The guy who's running same name tribal.
Not all of your removal, one singular piece of removal to try and save my Planeswalker.
I'm going to remove 3 counters from Runway Steamkin.
That's enough for a Dragon's Approach.
3 red mana. I'm going to spend this red, 1 of these reds. Dragon's Approach. 1 counter.
23.
1
Game
red.
sucks. Why do I play this
Draw a
game?
card.
Combos on number
2,
5.
3, 4. That is correct. Land for turn will be a mountain.
There we go. That's enough.
1 red. 1 mountain.
Tell me.
1 red.
The
Why?
dragon.
1 red. Spend 1 red. Elixir of Immortality.
Nice.
2 mana floating.
Become a Nelson deck?
Dragon's Approach.
That's the 5th one. Do you
Uh,
run the, what is it, Null Spine?
1. Yes, sir.
Null Spine is what I combo into.
Draw a card from Jin Gitaxias. I have more to do. Exile this. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And the
5.
Yeah,
there was
is.
the 1.
Sounds like
there
there
was
were
the 1.
5 somewhere in there.
I knew there were. Search my library for a dragon. Put it onto the battlefield. Millspine Dragon.
What?
15 damage was dealt to everybody. I'm going to discard my hand and draw 15 cards.
Yep. I remember a game where you pre-combat main phased a null spine dragon and went, wait, what?
Yep, I remember that game too.
Discard my hand before I deal anyone any damage.
Literally forced myself to forget about it until this very moment, but I remember that game now. Thanks, Schnell.
You're welcome. It was important. Where was this one printed? This is not.
Lord
of the Rings Commander.
Oh yeah, that was reprinted there. That's right.
Yeah, because it's originally
Enters the
Lorwyn block.
battlefield, You
Yep.
may discard your hand
and draw cards equal to damage dealt to target opponent. So
Who are you choosing?
technically, oh, fuck me! I already broke
Oh,
the
you
sleeve, and these are brand
Oh,
fucking new.
you
Oh,
shredded a sleeve.
Oh, that makes me sad. Dragon Shield, you're better than this.
Also, you shuffled
Sleeve
a
shred.
card into a sleeved card.
Hold on, I
Fix
want to
it.
remedy this right away before I forget. All right, it's
Take the commander out.
this one. Yep,
Yeah.
yep. I'm sorry for slowing the game down, audience, but what have you?
Yes. Fucking loves
It's
dragon.
there.
Love Dragon's approach.
I know you
It's
do.
really good.
That's why I built this deck.
I know.
All right.
I did not see that coming.
Did you really? I honestly
No.
thought it was going to be obvious.
No,
I
I-
honestly really.
I did not
When
think
I
this
saw
was gonna be-
Galazeth, I thought straight artifacts.
Artifacts. That was my thought too. I did not think this was going to be Dragon's
and so my thought process was when they see Galazeth, they're going to think artifacts. Once they start playing certain things,
Sure.
Uh,
The mana generator.
the mana.
No,
The,
not until I
the
saw Dragon's
instant or
approach.
sorcery,
Did I remember Dragon's
instant or
approach.
sorcery. I thought then it was going to be.
Yeah, no,
super
I didn't
obvious.
even think about it till I saw the first one and then went, oh god, he's about to cast 4 more.
All right, now I lost track of what I was doing. Why did I do that?
Null spine
Null
dragon.
spine
response.
dragon.
That's right.
So you got
discard,
discard.
draw 15.
Yep.
Yeah.
Discard Command Tower, Soulfim, Memory Lapse, and Invasion of Arcavios. Draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Luckily, Dragon Shield likes to have pack 2 or 3 extras,
Yeah.
so I still have some. Chris is saying, all right, like he has some sort of
No,
response.
no,
from
not
something.
yet.
All right.
All right.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
I know. Oh, we're just gonna be eating facefuls of Dragon's approaches now for the rest of the game.
Wait, hold on.
I mean, yeah, technically the rest of the game, regardless, or which is however long Teach takes to kill us.
1, 2. Instant or sorcery, so I can't do the U just yet. 1, 2, 3. Right? Oh, I forgot all about my Satyr Fire Dancers. So I had cast 5.
Yes, 5.
So we take 5
So-
extra damage?
No,
Or-
things are dying. Dead. Dead.
So you have 5 points to divvy out.
I have.
Should be 15.
3. It should be 15.
Oh, is it per damage?
3. Yes, 3 to everything.
Can I-
Okay, my commander's on the board, so does he
Wait,
have anything?
Hold on a
No.
second. Hold on.
Sorry, I completely forgot about that.
Deals that much damage to target creature that player controls.
Yes.
Okay.
So not players. So,
So, okay, hold on. When you target Minn,
yeah. All right,
um,
everyone, slow down.
all right, I'm just gonna cycle a land, see what I can draw. Nothing. All right.
All right.
So Minn dies.
This thing is power and toughness equal to.
Number of illusions I control.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, it was
Dead.
tapped.
It was tapped. Yes. Dead. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yes.
Just kill 3 of those things.
Oh, I don't get the trigger anymore because Minn
You
is
can
dead.
you
I can
can target
target-
the
I can't
Caryatid
target
and
that.
the tracker.
I cannot target that.
You can target these two. The Caryatid.
Doesn't that thing have hexproof?
This hat.
Oh,
this
yeah,
has
this does.
hexproof.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. You can only target the tracker.
This-
Sorry,
well, your
I forgot
tracker's
this
dead.
does too. The tracker. Okay.
I clocked that long ago.
So
Your-
it'll take 2 to get this one, 2 to get this one, 1 each for these.
Damage?
You're dealing in increments of 3.
Oh, well, actually,
Yes.
Yeah.
Your Gadwick
You have
is
5 increments
exiled.
of 3.
I just don't get any effects from it. But when
Doorknobs
anything
will
dies
get
with her on the board, it's
+1/+1
exiled.
for
So-
each wraith you control?
No, they get counter. So this one is just a 2/3. This one is 4, 5, 6 toughness. So it'll
Each?
This one
Is a 2/3.
Oh, it has an equipment.
has a 3
Sorry, yes.
toughness. This one has a 6 toughness.
Yes.
This one has a 4 toughness. So like I said, it'll take 2,
So
1,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Hey.
7, 8, 9.
Okay.
We'll kill both of those.
Okay.
They're both exiled.
What is your... That's your manifest who's-its?
Yep.
Let's kill your commander. 4, 5.
You can just exile. She already has death
Does
touch.
that much damage to target creature. So you should be it should be increments of 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah.
I know,
so-
but the way you're counting it out makes me.
Sorry, no.
Okay, so you kill those
3
two.
to the 1. 6 to the 1 is 3.
Yes, that's what I'm.
And I have 2 more
Yeah.
increments of 3,
Yeah.
both going here.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's what I wanted you to count out.
got it.
And then you went 1, 2, 3 there. It's like, well, you can't. It's one targeting there.
Okay,
One
so
bolt effect.
then I tapped this and I moved counters off so I could cast another Dragon's Approach,
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
which will put a third one here, one here, draw a card.
Thank you for exiling when I have recursion.
3 damage,
No problem.
illusion, that thing.
Bam! My command tower manifest.
Here's where things get interesting.
Nelson, get
No,
him.
I think they've gotten significantly less interesting.
I used to have, but now I don't.
Ironically,
Saying all your crap's an exile. Well, you just lost tokens.
I honestly can't do
If you had killed an illusion
more.
first, this would have been way cooler.
Yeah. We could use one of those Nelson board wipes we're so accustomed to.
Remove 3 from you. I'm going to cast. Why do I feel like Fire Inscription?
Ooh.
When Fire Inscription enters the battlefield, the ring tempts me.
Do you need a?
I do not. Fuck. Damn, dropped mine.
Yeah. Fell into a river.
My ring bearer is legendary and can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. I'm going to make my ring bearer flat. Runaway Steamkin. And look,
Nice.
that's a ring. And that is the only ring tempts me card in the deck. So unless this goes away and I can cast it again, that's all that's going to matter. Whenever I cast an instant or sorcery spell, Fire Inscription deals 2 damage to each opponent. So my Dragon's Approaches will essentially do 5 each time I cast them. I have 1 more red mana. 2 red mana. Unfortunately.
We all get around yet to deal with you?
Yep.
Nice.
But I tried. With Jin Cataxius out, I thought I could draw a shit ton of cards. But alas. So I will move to combat. Meh. Chris. 3 fly.
Raping the corpse, I see.
You are a live leader.
I wouldn't say rape.
Down to 16.
You chose.
I
to
did not
play-
give
That
consent.
was
You
his
ch-
commander.
You chose to play Magic with us. Move to discard. 1, 2, 3, 4,
You discarding
5.
4 Dragon's Approaches.
6, 7. I'm going to discard Shivan Reef, Terramorphic Expanse, Negate, Island, Arcane Denial, Fabled Passage, Grixis Panorama.
Ah, you kept all of it.
I only run like 5 in this deck, okay? So, pass turn.
I don't believe you.
Thank you.
I don't believe at all you.
Draw for the turn. I should have attacked with my Ring Bearer. What the fuck? What the fuck, Teej?
Land. 9, 10. I could do that.
But I did cast a red spell, so you actually do have 1 counter on you.
That would be a mana short.
So annoyed this happened. This doesn't happen to me in like years.
I actively shuffle to avoid the potential of sliding
I do
cards
too.
into-
So
no,
I'm not,
you
I'm
don't.
Not, I do.
I watched you. You just did it.
Another new card.
Okay.
From Lord of the Rings, Commander, going to cast Raise the Palisade. Choose a creature type. Return all creatures that aren't of the chosen type to their owner's hands. I will choose
Hold on.
illusions.
Wait a minute. I named my wiener Palisade. What creature type are you choosing?
All non-illusions are returned to their owner's hands.
Hold on, Chris. That ruins my entire game plan.
It puts you back a turn.
It puts you back a turn.
It puts you back in the turn, or else you get the hose again. Oh yes, and I had no creatures.
Indubitably.
God, I don't know. Here, fuck it. We'll try the commander back out. Here.
Minn.
Pop me. Pass to Nelson.
Alright. I will untap. Draw for turn.
Oh yeah. It's the one card I have in my hand. That doesn't do shit. Because Nelson doesn't let me have a graveyard to interact with. Not in any meaningful way.
Bar Channel Pathway. I'm going to pay 2, and I'm going to recast the Sylvan Caryatid. Then I'm going to pay 4, taking 1 from Mana Confluence and going to 16. And I will recast my commander. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's all I got. I'm tapped out and don't have haste. Go ahead, no.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Oh, I forgot to scry. We're gonna scry that away. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna cast a Nazgul. The ring tempts me. He will become my ring bearer. I'm also going to, when I cast a creature, pay green to draw a card. So, he gets a counter. Right now, whenever my ring bearer deals combat damage to a player, each opponent loses 3 life. We did it. And then we're also going to throw out a 7 dwarves. He gets +1/+1 for each other creature named 7 dwarves I control. That is unfortunately it for me. Pass to Teej.
Untap. Draw. I just realized
Yeah.
with Prismari in my hand, those don't tap for mana.
Ah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until I cast Prismari. I'm going to spend 2. Cloud Key. Fuck me. I think I overpaid for.
You did, but I wasn't going to say it because
I knew there was something that was reducing the cost. God damn it!
I run Cloud Key
Fair enough.
in
Yep.
my Dragon's Approach deck because it's real good.
It is real good.
Two
God
mana.
damn it!
Two mana,
That's
have
a
a Dragon
huge
Approach.
fucking misplay. All right. 2 mana. 4. Runway Steamkin.
I was just going to point out all the mana burn you took at the end of your turn.
Also, yes.
What you doing, big guy?
1, 2, 3, 4. Galazeth Prismari
Now they taps.
gives me a treasure and a counter. All of my dragon's approaches cost 2, not 3.
You can always just tap shit for extra mana.
I could. What? That's not enough.
Keep looking at this
Math.
card as though my graveyard stuff's gonna come back. I can have it. Gonna have it.
Only cast instant or sorcery. So,
I mean, shit. I can't even nim Death Mantle while this guy's on, because this is a replacement effect, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not triggered. Yep.
I think I fucked up.
Shiite.
But whatever.
Excuse me.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Discard down to hand size, say go.
I think I'm going to.
Really?
Yes.
Does that work?
So-
Chris, you passed too. Nelson, swing for lethal against Teach somehow.
Yes, sir.
Literally, what I'm going to do is not going to be impacted by what you do. I just need to make smart decisions.
So are you taking your turn?
Yeah, my turn is done. Go,
Okay.
go, Chris.
Okay.
Untap.
10,
Draw.
12. Discard 5.
6.
2.
Big ol' asterisk.
Consecrated Sphinx.
I love it. It has a secret layer printing. One of the few that secret layers that I actively support.
Yeah, the extra life.
Yeah, because it's extra life and it has Sphinx. Mm-hmm. It's a twofer.
4.
That had the Sphinx. It had Teferi's Protection, Collected Company. Like there was some good fucking cards in there.
Yeah.
Pass turn.
5.
Alright.
1, 2,
Um,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
Untap, upkeep.
Discarding.
Draw.
What's
You
my
draw for the
dragon?
turn.
Jing
I may draw
Gitaxias,
2.
Shatter,
I will.
Torture of Defiance, Satyr Fire Answer.
I get no illusion.
No.
Zagoth Triumph comes in tapped. Let's see here.
With 1, Dragon's Approach in my graveyard.
I'm gonna pay 2. And I'm gonna cast Wilson, Refined Grizzly. Can't be countered. He's got Vigilance, Reach, and Trample.
Token
Ward 2.
Wilson, nosy fucking neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Hey, he had some good advice.
Awful taste in hands.
I'll pay 3 for Chromatic Lantern.
Fucking Cloud King. I'm so pissed.
I like that you can be angry and laugh.
Just
That's a quality trait.
Well, I'm only pissed at myself. It's no one else's fault. There's no reason to be mad at anybody else. I knew there was something. God damn it.
1, 2, and 3 for Sword of Feast and Famine.
Nice.
Then I will pass the turn.
Okay.
Sort of decent.
Untap. Upkeep. Scry 1.
Protection from Schnell.
Draw.
I will draw 2 from the Sphinx and get another illusion.
How do I want to do this? No, we'll do colorless. We'll do it that way. Wheel of Misfortune.
Ooh.
That's the suspend one?
Each player secretly chooses a number. 0 or greater. Then all players reveal those numbers simultaneously and determine the highest and lowest numbers revealed this way. Wheel of Misfortune deals damage equal to the highest number to each player who chose that number. Each player who did not choose the lowest number discards their hand and draws 7.
Alright, I'm good. How are we deciding to do this?
I stole a small handful of dice that I was gonna
Fair enough.
Liar's dice cup in
I
front
will
of me.
also Liar's Dice.
I put it in my calculator.
My phone's over there, otherwise I would.
Yeah.
Whoop! That flipped.
Oh, fuck it.
My Liar's Dice are good.
Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Hold on. Can't use this die. I gotta use this die.
Because that one has a 30 on it.
I bet
Okay.
17. Whoops.
All right.
Alright.
3.
3.
6.
0.
Sweet.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep
So,
that hand.
I take 6
You
for
take 6?
bidding too high.
We
Then
wheel our
3 of
hands.
us wheel.
I don't think he does
I don't have
anything.
He doesn't do
He
anything.
does 0.
No,
Yeah.
he does nothing.
Okay. So, discard, draw 7. 1, 2.
I'm discarding 1, 2, 3, 4 approaches. A Cascade Bluffs, a Burgie, and Simon, Wild Magic Sorcerer.
Ooh.
Yes.
I discarded a Chrome Host Seed Shark, a Windfall, couple lands, Metallic Mimic, Bind Thassa, Remand, Swiftfoot Boots, drawing 7.
Okay.
I kind of wanted Simon, but hey.
But hey there. No.
Ooh, I'm in trouble. I should have kept that hand.
Okay.
Oh, hold on a second. I forgot I have a Consecrated Sphinx out. I can draw a shit ton of cards here.
Yeah.
You can.
You can draw 14 more? Or is it... It's 2
Whenever an
for...
opponent draws,
Yeah,
I could
28.
draw 2. I could draw 28 additional. Fuck it, there's no reason not to at this point.
7, 14, 21. No, you can draw like 42.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's opponent. And
Oh,
Nelson
7, 14,
didn't wheel.
20.
I know.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. You're welcome. Milling you out. Fun hard way. Tee. So. Land for the turn will be mountain. We will... Ugh. 7 dwarves, paying a green to draw a card. All the Lifecrafters Bestiary. Oh, where were you several games ago? Fuck it. Combat. We're gonna swing at Tej.
Why?
With
Why?
So, 2/3 Death Touch. Can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. When he attacks, I draw a card and then discard a card. If he becomes blocked, you will sacrifice whatever creature blocks him, and whenever he deals combat damage to a player, each opponent loses 3 life.
Nope, no blocks. How much damage am I? How much damage am I taking?
You're lamaging just 2,
2 damage? That's it?
just 2,
Oh.
and then each opponent will lose 3 life.
Oh, okay. I still feel like I come out on top somehow.
You are mounted me, yes.
Go on.
You are Thor in this situation.
Yep. Powerfully mounted. That's it for me. Go ahead.
Hold on, at the end of your turn.
All right.
Stop it.
Pay 1 blue
Stop it.
for High Tide.
Ooh.
No. Chris, no. 2, 4, 6.
I have 6 mana.
I'm just
That's
gonna
not a Cyclonic Rift.
No, it's a perplexing test. Choose one. Return all creature tokens or all non-token creatures to their owner's hands. I'm going to choose non-token creatures.
No. Chris.
You're doing this at the end of my turn, so I have
Yes.
to discard down to hand size. You mother humper.
Put my stinking. I'm a prisoner already.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I have to
7, 8,
not
9.
eat 5 Dragon's Approaches.
No,
so
that's fair.
Not
I will be
fair.
doing a fair bit of discarding myself. on my
Discarding Soul Foundry and discarding comes into play tap. So Canyon Slush. So I am at 7. Go ahead, Tej, unless Chris is doing any more.
turn. Nope.
Bullarchy.
Alright, untap. That was an example, by the way, of someone doing something at the end of your turn.
I moved
but
it
it's
to.
not
I
me.
moved it to his.
Yeah,
turn.
I'm not concerned about
No.
that.
He clicked the
I moved it over to
appropriate
his
player.
time.
Alright. Draw for turn.
Because those are few and far between, and again, on the whole,
Preparation H does feel good.
Preparation H feels
Steam
great.
Vents, untapped. Down to 25.
Man, I can't draw because I bounced my...
Hey, can you kill me this turn? It's a weird
Hold
question,
on.
but can you?
I'm working on it.
Okay, cool. Because I've got a work problem. I'm going to have to go take care of.
Goblin Electromancer. Instants and sorceries I cast cost bonus to cast.
He's
love
still
that.
gonna pay
All of
full
mine.
price.
I know, right?
Because he's dumb.
Fuck you.
Fuck a me, fuck a you.
Fucking you. One. Sacrifice this for 2. 3.
I'm really hoping Whip of Erebos was gonna save me, but
Gutter Snipe.
now I got no creatures to swing.
Whenever I cast an instant or sorcery spell, Gutter Snipe deals 2 damage to each opponent.
That seems good.
That means with that and that
I was gonna
and
say
Dragon's
that's
Approach, that's
3,
3, 5,
6.
7.
7.
And Dragon's Approach has only cost me 1 red.
You're gonna pay 3.
Watch him.
7.
Watch him do it like a bitch.
14.
Okay, that's enough to kill all
That's
three of
game.
us.
That's it.
Wait, I don't think I have a free counter spell. Let me check.
Oh, it's kind of my own life.
I have.
I was like, wait, there's one more guy.
Some asshole still at 25.
What the fuck I am?
How the fuck did that guy at 25?
Galazeth Prismari has been a deck that has been in the works since Strixhaven released, which was almost, if not over, 2 years ago. As soon as I saw that card, my first thought was Dragon's Approach. Simply because Prismari reads artifacts you control tap to add mana to your mana pool, but only to cast instant and sorceries. So, I saw that. I saw Dragon's Approach because it is an instant or a sorcery. But I never pulled the trigger on a Dragon's Approach deck because Dragon's Approach is a card that has fluctuated in price since Strixhaven, up and down. And it wasn't a deck that I longed to build. But by the time I started thinking about like running out of deck ideas, like I've got a whole bunch of decks that I might want to build at some point, and Prismari was one of them. And I'm going through these decks that maybe I want to build at some point. Prismari, Dragon's Approach, looked at it. They were like $5 a piece. And if you're going to build a Dragon's Approach decks, you want like 20 to 30 of them. I think my deck has 25 in it at some point. But at $5 a piece, that is a number that I can't calculate because I can't do math right now. Nevertheless, so this is a deck that has been in the back of my head for a very long time. Then we started doing this thing where everyone wants to build decks as tributes to their friends, and this was the deck that popped into my head for Schnell, because I know he loves that mechanic of a deck can have any number or at most this number of cards in a deck. And I know he loves that mechanic, and when Baldur's Gate came out, or it was Baldur's Gate, there was a dragon in there that gets +X+0, or something gets +X+0. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, CMC is the X. Fuck, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. Regardless, I threw out as a joke, like, oh, I'm going to build a Dragon's Approach deck just like Schnell, and Schnell's response was, fuck you! And at that point, I knew I had to build a Dragon's Approach deck at some point, but it wasn't going to be that guy. It was going to be Prismari. So, in between the time that Prismari was released and Dragon's Approach was released at the same time, because they're the same set, and now, a lot of really cool things came out. Like Simon, which we saw not necessarily on camera, but I discarded, which is whenever I whenever I cast a spell with CMC 3 or greater, I roll a die. I am always going to draw a card when I roll a die, which is the important part, because Dragon's Approach, every single time I cast it, I'm going to draw a card. Jin Gitaxias from one of the new Phyrexia sets. They're all a blur at this point, but same thing. Whenever I cast a spell, draw a card. Archmage Meteorius, or whatever the fuck. Chanel made fun of me a few weeks ago about how I pronounced the name. Whenever I cast a spell, draw a card. These just fuel the Dragon's Approach deck that I had in mind. At a certain point, I remembered my Satyr Fire Dancer to deal damage to creatures, and I started divvying out damage at that point, and then I forgot what I was doing after that. So I forgot that I had a Cloud Key to reduce the cost of my Dragon's Approaches, so I started paying full price again. So I could have gotten a couple more outs, a couple more Dragon's Approaches, a couple more draws, just to draw into more stuff. Nevertheless, I walked away with a victory for this game. This deck was a lot of fun to play. I don't anticipate it seeing too much camera time. We're going to see it a few more times, I would say, in the relatively near future, simply because it's one of my newer decks, and I like to rotate decks based on how many times I play a deck. New decks want to see more camera. So this one we'll see. Shut up. I had a whole bottle of wine, you fuck. So we're not going to see this one terribly often, but it was fun. I enjoyed playing it a lot. And I was honestly surprised that it was a surprise to everybody. Like I said at the top of the game, this is a Prismari deck. I'm not going to say anything else about it. You are going to see why it's a Chanel deck very shortly. And then once I played Steamkin, once I played Bergie, once I played Satyr Fire Dancer, I thought I tipped my hand at that point. But apparently, no one knew at that point that it was a Dragon's Approach deck until I played the first Dragon's Approach. Which was what I was hoping would happen. No one knew it was a Dragon's Approach deck until I played the first Dragon's Approach. But I thought that the surprise was spoiled before that point. So, nevertheless, the deck was a blast to play. And also, I'm real happy that Chanel played the deck he played too at the same time, because he didn't know I was playing this one, and it was just another example of Chanel's playing an entire deck dedicated to, I've got a shit ton of cards in this deck that have the same name as everything else. Here we go. And that deck is an example of literally why I built this Dragon's Approach deck in honor of my good friend Chanel. I only have one deck left to build in honor of my good friends, and that is Nelson, and I still don't know what to do for Nelson, but I want to make it epic, I want it to make it memorable, so I will take my time with this, and I hope that Nelson knows that I want to honor him, and that's why I'm taking my time with it, and I hope he doesn't think that he's the worst friend that I have, and that's why I'm not taking any time to build him a deck. Nelson, I love you.
Well, it really felt good to actually be able to, play this game. The deck was a little bit slower this time. I was able to ramp up, with the rampant growth, but then didn't really see much there after that. I was sitting on a lot of edict effects for myself, so I had a Diabolic Intent, I had an Eldritch Evolution. I just didn't. It was, and I was sitting on an Assassin's Trophy from my opening hand. My first thought, as soon as the Teferi hit the board, was, I gotta pop that thing. Then I was like, well, I'm gonna give it, it's not gonna ult yet. I'm gonna give it a turn or two and then see what happens. And I had it there. Luckily, Chanel was focused heavily on it because he wasn't sure that anybody had removal. And then I saw Tejas Jin Gitaxias and was like, well, I gotta find the right time to commit 4 mana to trying to kill that thing. But I didn't really feel comfortable committing that much mana because I just didn't have a ton to spend to do anything else with, and I didn't want to spend, until I felt like I was in a pinch, I didn't really want to spend that much on removal. So it was a slower game. I do really like this Rayami deck. It does some cool, fun stuff. Chanel had a good point where I probably didn't need to spin the wheel on sacrificing the Night Veil Predator to the Evolutionary Leap without, there was no guarantee since it goes to my hand that I could play it. I got lucky that I flipped the Ulvenwald tracker that only cost 1 green mana, so I could play it and at least get it out right away. But that was a good point where maybe, I could have at least had him on the board, And if somebody was trying to target Rayami, or even if I needed to throw him in front of something as a blocker, then I could have sacrificed it to the Evolutionary Leap at that time. So, that play could have gone either way. But yeah, I like the deck. Like I said, just a little bit slow, out of the block tonight. But that's okay. Not every game is going to be a sprint. Sometimes they're going to be a marathon. I really wasn't sure what to expect as Chris was able to just continuously flood his board. I was really hoping that I could find a Damnation or something like that. I didn't want to target a bunch of stuff. Didn't find the Damnation, but that's okay. I really liked. I thought it was a fun game. Schnell was very, very scary very early on, as he was able to get. I think at one point he had 3 Nazgul on the board, and his Ring Bearer was just getting crazy, especially with Mr. Orfeo on the board. And then when Teach finally started just popping off with Dragon's Approaches out of nowhere, I thought after he fizzled out the one turn, we had maybe till his next turn, and then he kind of fucked up. and then he got us on the next turn. So he ended up getting us all. I really like that deck that he built. I thought it was cool. Totally had me with the misdirection, thinking it was going to be totally artifact focused, and then we had the fun Dragon's Approach shenanigans with all the different synergies in there, from the Steamkin to the is it Fiery Inscription?
Yeah.
Right, that's the one from Lord of the Rings. That's cool. I was waiting for him to have something goofy like Aria of Flame, or what's the one? Fiery Emancipation. Is that the one where all your red spells deal triple damage? That would be kind of cool. But it is what it is. It was a really fun game. I had an absolute blast, and definitely bring Rayami back again, probably relatively soon, since it didn't get to do much and it did lose. But hey, I love Magic. I love playing with my friends, and this was a ton of fun.
Tonight was the reintroduction of an updated favorite of mine, my mono blue Minn Illusion Tribal, and this deck, it came out of the gate swinging tonight. The board filled up incredibly fast, but similar to our last game that we uploaded, I wasn't prepared for the axis that the win came from. Tonight it was the surprise Schnell tribute deck, the Dragon's Approach, and with everything that Tej had on board being cast triggers, even though I had counter magic in my hand, it would have effectively just prevented 3 damage. I mean, every counter spell is just a healing salve at that point, so they were basically useless. My deck, it functioned very well. I was happy with it, but it was a funky game for me. There's a disparity in this deck list. One of the key parts of the deck is Minn's ability that when an illusion dies, you can just throw permanents from your hand into play. But a lot of the stuff that procs Minn, there's instants, because you're trying to draw on your opponent's turns. And I either didn't have the illusions while I had a mitt full of permanents, or I had the illusions, but I was just looking at a lot of non-creature things, a lot of instants, lots of sorceries. So I just kind of need to take a fine-tooth comb through this deck list and tighten it up a little bit and really decide where I want to go with this.
So my same name tribal did way better this time around. And it did better because I actually did what I told myself to do, which was keep a better opening hand. That is something I pointed out to Chris, I think during the game, maybe before the game, that doing these games where we're trying to showcase or show off deck building skills, you don't get to see what a deck can do if the pilot keeps a questionable hand and then doesn't do anything the rest of the game. So it's, being willing to mulligan away great cards that you can't play for okay stuff that you can at least go ahead and do things. So my Nazgul actually showed up, and they started to become a bit of a board presence. Unfortunately, Chris and I got locked into a massive battle because he took Maya offense very, very personally, and then I responded in kind. Meanwhile, everyone else was just playing amongst themselves. And in our defense, not nailing down that Tej was running Dragon's Approach as his tribal deck to me, I do play a lot of artifact decks. Our last game was me running another artifact deck because I have so friggin' many of them. But Bergie is not a tip-off because Bergie is in every single red deck that Tej ever runs, so that does not count as a, oh, you guys should have known I was going to be casting the same red spell over and over again. But I still had a fun time watching him. At the end, I went through my Dragon's Approach deck list and made sure he was running like, oh, are you running this? Are you running this? It's nice to see it's not just the same list that I have. It is an expanded upon Tej iteration of the deck that I built.
Mono red, right?
Mine is mono red, yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, so it's adding blue. It is tweaking and dialing in that original deck that I brought to the table. So it's kind of nice to see. It's, hey, you did a good job. Here's how you're supposed to do it, sort of thing. But as far as my overall MVPs, again, the Nazgul actually showing up and going wide, and my commander being able to double up their power is absolutely huge, especially with Primal Rage. I have a couple of effects in the deck that give trample to my guys because I'm going wide, I'm going tall, but it doesn't matter if I'm chump blocked. So Primal Rage was in the deck the first time around, but I don't think it showed up. I do have a guy out of Amonkhet block that gives all of my creatures trample. And then the Lifecrafter's Bestiary helped me at least a little bit. Sculpt my draws a little bit better, get a few more draws throughout the game. Nelson's deck is scary. Nelson, as I told him, he doesn't optimize his plays, and I think that is what keeps him from just destroying us with some of these super oppressive commanders that he likes to run. So I'm hoping, well, I don't hope that he gets better at just kicking our ass, but I'm hoping that he takes a breath and doesn't get as excited about the things that he has, because he can keep a better board state and then react to us versus just getting excited and tapping cards and slamming things into exile on his own board state for some reason just to get extra abilities on his commander when he can react and have more things out there until the very end. But Chris's illusions, I know how stupid powerful they can get, which is why I just wanted to take out Teferi. That's all I wanted, because Teferi, as a Planeswalker, regardless of which printing, whichever version you're running, Teferi's very, very powerful. So I wanted to stop that, and that's what locked us into expending too many resources on each other and not worrying about that endgame threat. But thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe.